the Generic Geriatric Cyclist. Episode 27, the 2021 Tour de Goshen. The Tour de Goshen is my first organized event of the season. It starts in, where else? Goshen, New York, a nice, old-fashioned, quintessentially American small town in a sea of exurban subdivisions and crowded highways. Goshen is famous for being the birthplace of harness racing in the United States, and the historic track still operates over the 4th of July weekend. But most importantly, Goshen is the birthplace of Susan, my wife of almost 50 years. The ride is sponsored by Joe Fixits. It's a bike shop that's 75 years old. It's older than I am, and it's still one of the best shops around. There are 4 routes from an 11-mile family ride to a metric century. I'm doing the 46-mile ride today. Most people wouldn't think that the course was overly difficult, but my old legs may beg to differ. There isn't much flat land around here. Wish me luck. Thinking that I could get ahead of the game, I had this much of the video finished and ready to go before the day of the event. Then, as these things have a habit of doing, disaster struck, this time in the form of a major tropical storm. A few weeks later, I decided to do my own private tour to Goshen, so now we have the Generic Geriatric Cyclists' own private Christmas in September Tour de Goshen. Christmas in September? This is what I found when I got to Goshen. The Hallmark Channel is using the village to shoot one of their Christmas movies, because, I suppose, what the world needs now is yet another Hallmark Christmas romance. No matter what, it's a beautiful day with blue skies, low humidity, and pleasantly cool temperatures. A perfect day for a ride. Actually, this is my second attempt at doing my own private Tour de Goshen. The first time I went to the starting place and couldn't find the directional arrows. Today is different. I'm following the blue arrows. The ride is almost exclusively on well-maintained, low-traffic, rural roads. Remember, I only film downhills to prevent you from getting vertigo as I pedal. Also, every downhill I show you was paid for by an uphill. The ride is mostly comprised of long rollers. There was 1,650 feet of elevation gain on today's ride. Not flat, but if I can do it, anybody can. I did 33 miles today. Every mile of pavement was smooth and every view was scenic. I didn't avoid filming in the presence of traffic, which was light throughout the ride. The town of Goshen, which extends out from the village from all sides, still has working dairy farms, but there are far fewer dairies than there were in the area's agricultural heyday. Goshen, being the birthplace of harness racing in the USA, sports a number of horse stables. Back in town, there's the historic track. I was tempted to do some unauthorized gravel riding, but I knew I'd get caught before my tires even got dusty. Meanwhile, back outside of the village, the day is still glorious, the scenery is beautiful, and the roads are still smooth and almost free of automotive traffic. The conditions are ideal for cycling. I never even saw another cyclists. Where is everybody today? Some outdoor cafe somewhere must be giving them free coffee and donuts. That's the only explanation I can come up with. Today's ride also took me through a few hundred acres of the area's famous black dirt. If you want to see more black dirt, I did an episode about riding in the black dirt region. There was also over 4 miles of riding on the Heritage Rail Trail. Then about a total of 3 minutes riding with traffic. We're coming to the end of the official section of today's ride. The last time I cycled this section of Craigville Road, there was a farm that had black cows with white belts around their midsections. I think that they were belted Galloways. Unfortunately, they weren't here today. Well, I guess no ride is perfect. You can't have ideal conditions and exotic cows. Well, here we are at the start and the end of the event. I still have about 5 to 6 miles to get back to my car, but I'll end the episode here. The GoPro's battery is running out of juice. Thanks for watching and hope to see you back for future episodes. Who knows where we'll end up.